When the pressure cooker screamed in the tiny kitchen of their old house, Oriv used to run out of the room. He was 8 years old, thin as a stick, and terrified of loud noises. The sharp whistle felt like something exploding. His mother would laugh and say, "It's not breaking, Oriv. It's becoming." He never understood what she meant. Years later, when life began to scream at him the same way, he remembered the cooker. And this time, he didn't run. Oriv grew up in a narrow street where dreams felt too big for the sky above. The houses were close together, the walls thin enough to hear arguments, laughter, and sometimes silence that meant worry. His father ran a small repair shop for old fans and irons. Business was unpredictable. Some days there was enough to bring sweets home. Other days, there was only quiet. From a young age, Oriv learned what pressure looked like. It looked like his father counting coins at night. It looked like his mother stretching one bag of rice for 3 days. It looked like relatives saying, "Be practical. Don't aim too high." But inside Oriv, there was a secret dream. He wanted to become an engineer. Not just any engineer, he wanted to design machines that solved real problems. Machines that made life easier for people like his parents. In school, he was not the smartest student. He was not the fastest learner. But he was the most stubborn. And life began to test that stubbornness early. In his final year of school, his father fell sick. The repair shop had to close for months. Bills piled up. Hospital visits became routine. Oriv watched his mother grow quieter, her smile thinner. One evening, as he sat with his textbooks open but unread, his uncle visited. "You should think about getting a job," his uncle said plainly. "College is expensive. Dreams are good, but reality is stronger." The words felt heavy. Real. Logical. That night, Oriv lay awake, staring at the ceiling fan turning slowly. Pressure pressed against his chest like a weight. He had 2 choices: give up his dream to ease the present, or chase it and risk everything. He remembered the pressure cooker. It screamed because something powerful was happening inside. He whispered to himself, "Maybe pressure means I'm close to becoming something." The next morning, he made a decision. He would work part-time and study harder than ever. He would not escape the pressure. He would grow under it. Life became a tightrope walk. He woke up at 5 a.m., studied for 2 hours, went to school, worked in a grocery store in the evening, and studied again at night. Sleep became a luxury. Doubt became a daily visitor. His friends laughed, hung out, watched movies. Oriv said no to almost everything. Sometimes he felt angry. Why him? Why this struggle? One day, after failing a mock entrance exam, he broke down. He sat alone on the school stairs, head in his hands. "I can't do this," he muttered. His physics teacher, Mr. Iqbal, noticed him. "Pressure?" the teacher asked gently. Oriv nodded. Mr. Iqbal sat beside him. "Do you know how diamonds are made?" Oriv sighed. "Under pressure." "Exactly. Coal doesn't complain when it's buried. It transforms. Pressure is not your enemy. It's your trainer." "But what if I break?" Oriv asked. Mr. Iqbal smiled. "Then break stronger." Those words changed something. Pressure was no longer a monster chasing him. It was a gym. And every challenge was a weight. The day of the entrance exam arrived. His hands trembled as he held the pen. His heart pounded louder than the wall clock. He looked around at hundreds of students, confident, well-dressed, some from expensive coaching centers. For a second, fear whispered, "You don't belong here." Then another voice answered, "I survived worse than an exam." He took a deep breath. Instead of fighting the pressure, he welcomed it. "Make me better," he thought. He wrote with focus he had never felt before. When the results came weeks later, he was at the shop helping his father, who had slowly recovered and reopened. His phone buzzed. He opened the message. Selected. Full scholarship. For a moment, the world went silent. Then it roared, not like fear, but like victory. He didn't scream. He smiled. He was beginning to understand. College was a different battlefield. The competition was intense. The subjects were harder. Many students seemed far ahead. In his first semester, he scored below average. The old fear returned. Maybe he was a small-town boy who had reached too far. But this time, he reacted differently. Instead of panicking, he analyzed. Pressure was feedback. Pressure was information. He changed his study methods. Joined study groups. Asked questions without shame. Used the library like it was his second home. Slowly, his grades improved. More importantly, his confidence grew, not because life became easier, but because he became stronger. He noticed something strange. The busier he was, the happier he felt. When deadlines stacked up, when projects overlapped, when presentations loomed, he felt alive. Not stressed. Alive. He realized that happiness was not the absence of pressure. It was mastery within it. In his third year, he and a team of classmates entered a national innovation competition. They designed a low-cost water filtration device for rural areas. The final presentation was in front of industry leaders. The night before the presentation, one teammate quit, saying, "This is too much pressure." Oriv understood the feeling. But he also knew something else. Pressure reveals character. On stage, as the spotlight hit his face, he felt that old trembling in his hands. The same feeling as the entrance exam. The same tightness in his chest. He smiled. Good, he thought. This means it matters. He spoke with clarity. With conviction. With passion born from real struggle. When the results were announced, their team won second place, and more importantly, attracted investors interested in developing the device. It was not just a project anymore. It was a mission. Years passed. Oriv eventually co-founded a company focused on affordable technology solutions for underserved communities. The journey was anything but smooth. Investors backed out. Prototypes failed. Critics doubted. Competitors mocked. Every new level brought new pressure. But now, pressure felt like an old friend. When salaries were due and funds were low, he didn't freeze. He planned. When products failed testing, he didn't collapse. He iterated. When others panicked, he steadied. His team often asked him, "How are you so calm?" He would smile and say, "I'm not calm. I'm just used to growing." One evening, after a long day at the office, Oriv visited his parents. His mother was in the kitchen. The pressure cooker whistled loudly. He stood there, listening. He didn't flinch. His mother looked at him and laughed. "You used to run from that sound." He smiled. "I know." She stirred the pot and said softly, "It screams because it's cooking something strong." He nodded. Life had screamed at him many times. But every scream had cooked something stronger inside him: discipline, resilience, focus, courage.